This is that morning. Hey folks, beautiful day out. We have rain coming up, at some point today. So I don't know. I've figured out that whenever we got rain coming in the forecast, or rain is in the forecast, we normally have a little breakup when I do these videos. So I'm going to see how this goes. If we start to freeze up, then I'll just cut this video short and I'll do it at 12:15 from my home where I'm hardwired. Okay, folks? So just bear with me. If it freezes up, I'll cut it short and I'll do it over again at 12:15. All right, but I want to say good morning to Nicole Troxler. Diane Rozier, my sister-in-law, came in. Hey, Gail Patricia Lothium. Good morning. Thank you all for joining this morning. This is a beautiful day, but they are calling for some rain, so hopefully don't freeze up on us. I can get my message out to you guys before all of that happens. So, hey, good morning, Sylvia Fleming. Good morning to you. Let me go ahead and let this guy pass. You guys ready to get fired up? What's up, brother Cooper? You guys ready to get this thing fired up? Let me go ahead and get started. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. All right, folks, we about to fire this thing up. Good to see Sharice Davis. That's a new person stopping through. Thank you. All right, brother Cooper, let's get this thing fired up, man. Today, well, first I'm going to make a couple announcements. We're still working on the Tampa Bay Wealth Summit, scheduled for January the 20th. We're still working on the sponsorship deal. So you guys just hang tight on that. Go to my business page, WAN Global LLC, and like that page because you will get information coming from that page. Okay. Good morning, Denise. George. Also visit my other page, my other business page, which is J. Lee Speaks. And also you can subscribe to our newsletters from my J. Lee Speaks page. Okay, or go to jleespeaks.com. And when you do that, you can actually subscribe to my newsletters there because our newsletters is getting ready to start kicking out again. All right, keep you guys as informed of everything we're doing as we can. Okay, so make sure you visit those two pages, J. Lee Speaks on Facebook, WAN Global LLC on Facebook. Like those two pages and visit jleespeaks.com and subscribe to our newsletters there. Yes. Good morning, cousin Buzzin' Donnell Jackson. Dan Rozier, I know you're all over it. Now, folks, what I want to talk to you this morning about is, before I get started, also on our J. Lee Speaks Facebook page, that's where we do our Monday Motivational Power Talk every Monday at 9 p.m. So make sure you like that page so you can get the notifications when we do our Monday Motivational Power Talk live on Facebook every Monday, 9 p.m. All right, folks? Hey, Brother Doc. Brother Doc Hughes in the building, man. I had the pleasure, man, to perform with this brother, man, with Physical Wonder, man. That's a good dude right there. He's a master musician. I want to put him on display real quick, so you guys make sure you follow Doc Hughes, who was a good dude, man. he has the group Faces You Know. Faces You Know. Make sure you following him, connect with him, get flyers from him, because he posts flyers on their shows all the time, folks. So make sure you connect with Brother Doc so you can go out and see him perform. I'm down in Florida, so whenever I come to town, I'll make sure I check you guys out, Doc. So make sure you guys hook up with Doc Hughes. Make sure you hook up with Doc Hughes. He's been in the game for a long time. He started with I think he started with Class Band, if I'm not mistaken. As far as the go-go scene, he was with Class Band. Then he ran Physical Wonders. I had the pleasure of being a part of his project with Physical Wonders back in the 96, 97, somewhere along in there. Now he went with Familiar Faces, and then he broke from Familiar Faces, and now he has Faces You Know, and they doing a good job. They playing good music, folks. So make sure you guys connect with Brother Doc, man. That's right, yeah. Doc started with EU. With EU. Yeah. But I think the rest of the history I got correct, Doc. Good morning, Jocelyn Price, my cousin buzzing. But listen, folks, everybody who is successful, like my man Doc, man, he's probably one of or the best bass player in the circuit up in DC. The dude can pluck a bass. Seriously, I'm serious about that. So you guys, make sure you can make sure you get with Doc, man. Please get with Doc. Do that for me, folks, because the brother's hard working. He's been doing it for years. I'm not going to tell his age, but he's been doing it for years, man. So make sure you guys give that brother some support, man. We got to support one another, man, for real. All right. I know you guys say, man, I know all the guys. Big Tony, Doc, Slick Rick. Yeah, I've been around, guys. LaBisca Gibbs, good morning. But folks, what I want to talk about, the topic today is why we need mentors. I was just talking about Doc right now, and this part I don't know about Doc. I don't know who inspired Doc. I don't know who mentored him. But he can tell you right now, in order for him to be playing the bass as good as he's playing it right now, he had got his inspiration from someone else, right? Michael Jordan got his inspiration from Dr. J. I'm sure Doc got his inspiration from someone else. Someone else was like a mentor to him as he came up learning and getting better at playing the bass, right? My mentors. You guys hear me talk about my mentors all the time. Dr. Willie Jolly. Les Brown, right? Good morning, Ricky Lewis. You know, James Arthur Ray has been like a mentor to me. James Arthur Ray he's a tough mentor. He's tough. He don't play, man. Les Brown don't play either. None of my mentors play. But I've taken beatings from Les Brown. I've taken a beating from James Arthur Ray too. So they are serious. They were very serious about seeing me win, man. I mean, you gotta have mentors, folks. You can't win by yourself. Nobody wins alone, and nobody wins selfishly. Two things that you're gonna need to make it, to win. First thing you're gonna need is a mentor or mentors. Second thing you're gonna need is to be a mentor. You see, folks, the biggest task to learning is teaching. See? Learning is a big task, but bigger than that, the bigger task is teaching. So you got to learn and you got to teach. You got to learn and you got to teach. Those who try to hold in information, don't want to share it with people because they think they're competition, is ass backwards. I'm going to tell you about mentoring, folks. The mentor's job is to make sure the mentee becomes better than the mentor. That's how the world go to next levels, folks. Prime example. If I'm mentoring you, I mentor you, I carry you but so far, up to a certain ceiling. If I'm mentoring you and I take you to a certain height, to a certain ceiling, it's your job to go higher. You see what I'm saying? And if I don't inspire you enough to do that, if I don't inspire you enough as a mentee to be better than me as your mentor, then I have not done my job, folks. Nissa Harper, good morning. Asia Gillis, good morning. Brother Rodney Saunders, good morning, man. You see what I'm saying, folks? Les Brown perfectly explained in one sentence why we need mentors. Let me tell you what Les Brown said. He said we need mentors because it's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. It's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. So you need someone on the outside, and not just coaching. Coaching is important too, but I'm talking about mentoring. The difference between mentoring and coaching is telling you how to do something. Mentoring is teaching you principles. You see, folks, coaching is teaching you how to do something. Mentoring is teaching you principles. So my job as a mentor is to help who I mentor, help my mentees become better than me as the mentor. That's how the world gets to next levels. That's how levels are being created, folks. Levels are being created by upgrades. That's right, Nissa Harper. So here's the key, man. Now here's the biggest challenge. Most people that you mentor, will fall off on their own. See, it's not the mentor's job to run after the mentee. That's what you got to understand. It's not the mentor's job to run after the mentee. If the mentor do that, then the mentee is not hungry. The mentee is not hungry enough. I'm going to tell you guys, I bugged Les Brown. I bugged Dr. Willie Jolly. I bugged James Arthur Ray until I were able to have a personal conversation with them. And guess what? Now, I can call them anytime I want. Because they see the value in me. They see how hungry I am. They see that I don't give up. They see that I'm carrying these values that a successful person has. But I had to prove that to them. I had to show them that. I had to show them that I was worthy and deserved their mentorship. I had to show them that. I had to show Les Brown that. I'm going to tell you, it was 2011 when Les Brown told me he was in the area. I called him and said, Les, I just picked up your book. He said, good. Now find a way to come out here to Beltsville, Maryland, because I'm out here doing a seminar. And I said, what? Beltsville, Maryland. Now, mind you, I had no vehicle. When I did in the DC, I haven't had a vehicle in like 12 years. When he told me that, I immediately got on the phone, made phone calls, couldn't find a ride. I said, okay, I'm going to go to, check this out. I'm going to go to hotwire.com and find a car rental. Found a car rental for like $13 a day. Went to the airport, picked up the car rental, and went out to Beltsville, Maryland. And when I was at Beltsville, Maryland, guess what else happened? I met Les Brown face to face for the first time. We hugged each other. He bragged about me to other people. He said, this is a powerful brother. I'm telling you, Les Brown put me on the spotlight. And guess what else happened after that? Let me tell you guys who else walked in the door. Dr. Willie Jolly. Dr. Willie Jolly. Les Brown brought me to Dr. Willie Jolly, said, this is who I also want you to meet. He's also in D.C. He's going to give you all the mentoring you need when I'm not around. He introduced me to Dr. Willie Jolly. Dr. Willie Jolly and guess what? I had to prove myself all over again with Dr. Willie Jolly. Dr. Willie Jolly told me that he was having a speaker's class at his house. And this was like after I'd been laid off from my previous job working at a law firm. I told Dr. Willie Jolly, I would love to come. I got to find a way of getting there and finding a way to paying for the class, for the seminar. Guess what he said? He said, figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, a mentor that don't tell you to figure something out is not a true mentor. Let me tell you why. You can't win in life when people enable you. You see what I'm saying? Denise George, you're very welcome. That's my job. I want you better than me. That's my job. So here's the key, folks. He told me to figure it out. See, you can't grow without struggle. So I struggled. I found the money. And I found the transportation to get to Dr. Willie Jolly's house, to his speaking training class at his house. That man trained me in his house, folks. I'm talking about millionaires here. So listen, you gotta seek your mentors out, folks. We need mentors. And as you elevate, you're going to find other mentors to help carry you to the next level. See, I'm not going to be I might not be your mentor forever. But if I'm not your mentor anymore, don't let it be because you fell off. Let it be because I've taken you to another level and now I done pushed you up further for you to grab someone else. Let that be the reason. But I believe I'm a mentor forever because I'm going to continue to upgrade my thinking. I'm going to continue to be around people that's going to teach me what I need to know. Teach me certain principles. Teach me how to use my innovative abilities to bring more out of my creations. So that's the key, folks. As Les Brown said, I'm going to say it again because I love to say this. We need mentors because it's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. See, as long as you're in the frame, there's always going to be the big D word. What is the big D word? Denial. You see, the PhDs done the research and they've discovered that denial will even keep a person with mental illness to recover, to get better, to heal because of denial. That's the importance of mentorship, folks. People don't know how heavy it is to be a mentor. Your job is to get the people you're mentoring better than you. If they're not better than you, you haven't done all of your work as a mentor. Wow. Is this helpful, folks? Am I helping you guys right now? You guys see how that happened? Because I seek mentor. Actually, let me tell you, I really did not seek Les Brown. physically, but mentally I seek them out. I say, I want a guy like Les Brown. I want Les Brown to be my mentor. And let me tell you how the universe works. Let me give you a short history of that. I started speaking as a football coach up at Bald Eagle Recreation Center right over in Southwest. The parents loved how I spoke to the kids, and they challenged me and said that I should be a motivational speaker. At that time, I had no idea what that was. This is around 2006. I had no idea what a motivational speaker was. Talked to a mentor of mine named Nate, Big Nate, at the time. Nate was a mentor of mine in this company called ACN. And Nate said, man, you do a great job doing presentations for ACN. You speak well. You should be a motivational speaker. So eventually I gave it a shot. Told the parents, okay, we ranked top 5 in the city. By the end of the season, I'll give this thing a shot. At the end of the season, we were actually ranked 3rd. Since then, I have been on my grind as a speaker. Became an author. And first, when as working as a speaker, I started to learn and read. I kept reading. I started with Think and Grow Rich. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. I read Who Moved My Cheese. I read Change or Die. I read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I read 5 Levels of Leadership. I read Opportunity Knocks. Guys, I'm telling you, I read tons of books. And I'm going to tell you what happened. It changed my mindset to the point where I started to develop my own quotes. So I started doing quotes every morning. You guys see my Rise and Grind? I've been doing Rise and Grinds for years. I've been doing them through text messages. It goes out through Twitter, all of social media. And guess what happened? Because of my mindset, always wanted to be around people like Les Brown, wanted to learn from Les Brown. Let me tell you what happened, folks. One of my quotes went out. And I'm going to tell you what the quote says. The quote says, you're the author of your life. If you're affected by other people's opinion of you, then you have given them the copyrights to become your editor. Woo! So when that quote went out, it reached a certain person. That person did research on who that quote came from. And that person found my phone number and called me, and I went, hello? They said, hello, sir, do you write quotes? And they spoke with much authority in their voice, so it kind of like almost battered me down a little bit. I'm like, yeah, but who was this? That person said, this is Les Brown, Mamie Brown's baby boy. I just got a quote from you. And he said, I want to use your quote. What? I had to pinch myself. He said, I want to quote you. I want to use your quote. He said, this is my cell phone number that he called me from. He said, save my cell phone number because I want us to stay in touch. I love what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, after I saved this number, see, I met Les Brown through phone call. And then when I told you he was in Beltsville and he told me to figure out how to get there, and I got there, guess what happened? At that point, Dr. Willie Jolly walked in the door. He introduced me to Willie Jolly. And as I started to do my work, Willie Jolly was training me, teaching me how to be a better speaker. Willie Jolly is the one who told me that I needed to write a book. He said, Jay, when you write a book, your book will go places around the world you never knew exist. Your book will go to places before you can even get there. And I said, wow. So I wrote a book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. My book went out there, ended up having a 4.5-star rating on Amazon and a 5-star rating with Barnes & Noble. I had a couple of book signings event, including one with Barnes & Noble last year. You see, folks, how things are happening. It's all on your mindset. The universe will release energy according to the vibration that you release. And it match. That's why it pays not to have bad attitudes, not to be all in the funk, not to be having these meltdowns, because that releases negative energy, folks. Good things happen when you feel good. And you can feel good from internal. You don't need anything on the outside to make you feel good. So these things are happening. And as I kept on going, and I started posting information. And let me tell you something. There's another social media site called Pinterest. Make sure you get on Pinterest too, entrepreneurs. I started posting stuff, and I posted something on Pinterest. I posted a video of a guy named James Arthur Ray, who was one of the cast members from the movie The Secret. And guess what? James Arthur Ray, this is like 2012, 2013. James Arthur Ray liked a video that I posted of him on Pinterest. And I said, whoa, James Arthur Ray just liked this? And guess what happens? He researched me on social media and found me on Facebook. I said, James Arthur Ray. So I inboxed him. I said, thank you for following me, man. I've been following your workforce ever since The Secret. Man, you inspire me. You've been doing great things. I said, if we could ever talk, here's my phone number. You can know how you can just send information out like that to a celebrity and you know you ain't gonna ever hear from them. Guess what, folks? About 45 minutes later, I get a phone call and he tell me, this is James Arthur Ray. I had to pinch myself. I said, what? And guess what? Now, whenever I want to talk to Dr. Willie Jolly, Les Brown, James Arthur Ray, I can do that now. I can communicate, personally speak with them. And guess what? Just 3 years ago, my Monday Motivational Power Talk used to be via conference call. See, before there was Facebook Live, I used to have conference call information where you would dial a conference phone number and put in the PIN code. I had James Arthur Ray as a guest on my Monday Motivational Power Talk about 3 years ago. Now, if you guys want me to do that again via Facebook Live, put in the comment and say, bring on James Arthur Ray, and I will set that up. You guys want me to bring in James Arthur Ray? Just put it in the comments and say, bring on James Arthur Ray, and I will set it up, and you guys will get the next date. It happens. And you guys got to make sure you're going to be there, because he's going to light some fire in your new you know what. So that's my story, folks. That's how I became a speaker. That's how I'm finding the success I'm having. Now I'm spreading out, reaching out to people like Brian Tracy, Stedman Graham, and I got this conference coming up in January with Brian Tracy, Dr. Willie Jolly as our keynote speakers. Fire. Fire. Now, many of you is following James Arthur Ray right now because I directed you to his page, right? So listen, I'm going to get in touch with James Arthur Ray. I'm going to get in touch with him shortly today, and I'm going to see if we can get that set up where he'll be a guest on my Monday Motivational Power Talk, and we're going to let him fire you guys to pieces. I hope you guys be ready. All right? So that's all I have to share with you today, guys. I hope you really see the importance of mentors. If you don't have a mentor, get a mentor. You can ask people who are successful in areas you want to be successful in. Ask them to mentor you. Then you have general mentors. You don't have to be a mentor. If you're a musician, you don't have to have a musician to mentor you. Also, you can have a musician to mentor you, but you can also have a general mentor that shares general information that helps you to be well-rounded. I want to use well-rounded, if you will, right? And show you other aspects to life that you can apply to your musicianship. That's awesome, isn't it? That's how the universe works, folks. So make sure you stay focused on your dreams, goals, and aspirations. and the mentors will come. But one thing you got to remember is to never, ever, ever quit. That's the fifth step. The fifth step to the 5 steps to a great comeback. Never, ever, ever quit. So make sure you guys visit my video from last night on the Jay Lee Speaks page. Our Monday Motivational Speak Power Talk from last night. Go to that page and look at our video from last night. It was powerful. So that's all I have for you guys, man. That's all I have for you today, folks. Listen, I want you to do me 2 big favors. 1, share this video. Share this video. And 2, sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Lee. I love you. And the world need you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. See you soon.